So we're doing 15 times 20. And remember, what we want to see is that we have 15 times 20, and we're splitting this up into 10 plus 5 times, because I have two tens here, I can just do 10 and 10. That's an even split of 10 and 10. That gives us 20. 10 plus 10. So what we're going to do is when we go to our area model, we will have 10 and 5 times 10 and 10. When you add these two tens together, it gives us 20. When you add 10 plus 5, it gives us 15. Now we are going to multiply. Inside of the grid is where you're going to write this multiplication problem. 10 times 10. And then again, 10 times 10. Down here, 5 times 10. And over here, 5 times 10.
Oh my god.
I know, it's really funny, huh?
Let me count the 10.
So now, 10 times 10. Miss Paredes, what's 10 times 10?
100.
100, yes. So our product is 100. We are going to circle it because circling that is my symbol to you that this is the product of the math problem we have here. Yes, sir.
Why are they all 10? I mean, like a lot less than 5.
Okay, so this is why they're all 10.
I did 5, 10, 20, 0.
Well,
5, 20.
so this is why we did 20 split in 2. We needed two numbers because we didn't want to do 20 times 0 because anything times 0 is what, Edgar?
0.
Yeah. So what we wanted to do was give us two numbers above, whole numbers above 0 that would give us that option. So 10 plus 10 is 20. 10 plus 5 is 15. It just happens that there's a lot of 10s that will give us partial products for the final product of 15 times 20. It's just a funny coincidence. And because we have this answer here, we know that 10 times 10 is 100. Again, you circle it. That's your sign to me that that is my partial product. Remember that this is a partial product. Anything inside this box is a partial product, peeps.
Wait, do we have to circle it? Because I squared it down.
If you circle it, that's your sign to me that, hey, Letty, this is my partial product. I'm not just throwing random numbers in here. 5 times 10. Remember, you have 0 at the end. Imagine that these two digits are the only ones multiplying, and then you tack on that 0 at the end. 5 times 1 is 5. Tack on this 0, that's 50. Circle your partial product. And again, 5 times 10 is 50. We're going to circle our partial product. On the side, you're going to write up what your partial products are. So I have 100 plus 100 plus 50 plus 50. Some of us feel comfortable adding here. Some of us need this on the side. So we're going to add 100 plus 100 plus 50 plus 50. And I'm sorry, I don't know why I added those extra pluses. Unnecessary, Letty. Okay, Piper, I know this is really hard. What's 0 plus 0?
Oh my god.
Plus 0.
Wait, no. We don't know. Wait, let me think.
Plus 0.
That's 8th grade math. Wait. Oh no. Wait, one sec. I need to think. Stop my fish. It's either 0 fish. I can't decide.
We're good. Let's go with 0. Alright.
Oh, that's hard.
Alright, Jasper. 0 plus 0. 5 plus 5. Oh, hold on. Because I can't hear Jasper. Because we're too loud now. Yes.
I can answer that, but I also have a question.
Oh, what's your question?
My question is, so it's 100 and 100 and then 50 and 50. Can we just make that 50 and 50 or 100?
We absolutely can. Yes. Some of us have that mindset in our brain where we already know that 50 plus 50 is 100. Some of us need that extra gentle reminder that, oh, it's actually, like, I can still add them up like that. Either way works just fine. Did they give you a yellow slip, hon? Okay. 0 plus 0, 0. And then Jasper, what's 5 plus 5?
10. So you put the 0 there and you put a 1 up there.
And what do we call that?
100.
Yes, sir. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So your final product is what, Carrie?
300.
Yes, ma'am. So up here, you're going to write your final product. If your answer is not here to finish off the equation, it is an incomplete equation. It means you're not actually answering your problem. You could have done all the work, which is great, but your answer has to be here, you guys. Make sure that that's there. All right? Okay.
That question was so hard.